following podcast contains possibly triggering material and strong language. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the Ride the Rebellion podcast and Craft Show Digital. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only.
What's up, and welcome to another exciting edition of Ride the Rebellion podcast. I'm Dale, and with me today is the Quentin Tarantino of the $5 movie bin, Drew Hall.
Oh, it's weird. It's a weird switch it the other way.
It's so weird.
$5. I've got movies in the $5 bin.
I know.
Walmart.
That's why I said you're the Quentin Tarantino of it.
I officially have movies in the $5 bin. How's it going?
Well, the reason I wanted to switch it up is because I got this big whiteboard here that you don't know what's on the other side of it.
I have no idea.
And I brought my own easel.
This is all facts. I want y'all to understand, like right now, there is no bullshit. He came in and said, I have this whiteboard. He sent me a text and said, I've done preparation.
Yeah. And listen, in this podcast, in the 4 years and so many episodes, there's been zero preparation, except for if we have to travel somewhere. Obviously, we have to drive. But this is what it is.
Okay.
You get what you get. You
so
don't
we
throw a
have, I don't even know what's, I'm so nervous. It's going to be some kind of sports ball bracket. I hope it's pick your favorite Jedi. We're gonna
that would be
S-tier the Jedi.
Pick your favorite Jedi would actually be the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
It's so bad. I gotta take this button. I had to push a button. It's driving me crazy every time I check the monitor. Okay. All right.
We
go
good?
ahead.
My
Yeah,
mic's
you're good.
working. Everything.
Everything's
we
fine.
didn't check it. All right. So this is very important.
Okay, I'm ready.
I don't know what you're ready for.
I don't need this.
Well, do we have any housekeeping we got to get?
Housekeeping. Yeah. So the Rebellion documentary allegedly is finished.
Oh.
No, not the edit, but the shooting part.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get interviewed, you're a loser.
Mm-hmm. Or your schedule's too stupid. Or we can't pay them to go further than they already have.
No, they had a time limit.
Oh,
and they got
I do have something that we have to have done though.
Oh,
that's maybe not done on that. Obviously,
the recreation of the werewolf scene.
No, we had somebody reach out that wants to do the closing.
Oh, yeah,
credits.
but that's different. That's going to have to be remoted.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome though.
No, it's going to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we know about you.
Yeah, we know.
It rhymes with Nixon.
It rhymes with herpes.
Nixon rhymes.
I don't know.
Anyway, we have that. The Norba documentary. I've seen it. Dale is not yet. I'm making notes. Toby is making notes. And then Dale will get to see it. And then eventually we'll announce when we're going to screen it. It may be in film festivals, so you may just have to wait. We may do a screen. I don't know. That's going to be Toby's department to handle that side of it. I went and rode the ACBC CBDBs ride on Saturday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was very interesting. It was fun.
Okay.
It was very interesting because the amalgamation of people.
Mm-hmm.
There were no roadies. It was all casuals, which is exactly what it should be. Correct. Which made it more fun. Mm-hmm. There was a dude that is he lost his right leg. He's a service member. He was in the Navy. His name is Mark. Cool as shit guy. We deviated after a while because I wanted coffee. So we went to Nova and Mark came and I bought him a cup of coffee and we just talked and he was a landman.
Oh, nice.
Like from the show. And he was like, dude, that's not what we do. I was like, what do you do? I'm like, yeah, this is it. Tell me the real story of a landman. He goes, I would fly to somewhere in Texas and I'd get the dirt baggest hotel I possibly could because it would come out of his pocket. So right. And he was like, and then the next day we were supposed to be at this new hotel, which would be a very fancy. So he was like I went from the poorest hotel to the nicest hotel in the city.
8 to the Ritz.
Yeah, exactly right. And then he was like, we would just sit in a conference room all day and just look at land surveys and determine which ones we could buy for cheap so that we could put. And I was like, so it is kind of like the show. And he goes, yeah, but without any hot wives and drama.
Oh,
like, oh my God, that's so good.
That is that's a great show. If you haven't watched
Landman's fantastic.
Landman's amazing.
But anyway,
Taylor
cool.
Sheridan shows are.
Yeah, most of them So good group of people, very interesting, very eclectic. A lot of them. One guy didn't know who I was, and he talked so much trash about the rebellion.
He did. That's awesome.
And people who knew who I was were just looking at me. I was like, yeah, they're a weird bunch of dudes.
What was he talking shit about?
They won't let me in. They're secret. You know, I mean, I know those guys. They're really nice guys and all, but they just won't let me do anything with them. They won't let me ride. And I was like,
I think I know who it is.
Yeah. And he's a very friendly guy. He's very nice. He's a very capable rider based on the stuff that we talked about. But his big claim to fame was he's anti-dropper post. And I was like, okay, well, let me explain something to you. We made Matt here get a dropper post before he came and rode the Reb, because he rode it one time and was like, ooh. And then the next time he came out, he suddenly understood the difference.
Also, that's a fucking terrible hill to die on.
That's not the one I would pick.
No, like go single speed and say you hate gears.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
whatever it is.
Now, there was a dude there that had a single speed. So basically, it was a single speed. It was all chromed out, but it was silver, like your old bike. Except it was basically a giant BMX bike.
Oh, so those are those PK Rippers.
Dude, it was seeing it in person was
pretty
I was
sweet.
Like, that makes me want to just ride, like do that,
or
and
SE
then
bikes,
wear a white t-shirt and then have like a what were the grunge shirts called? Flannel shirt
with just the
and
top.
just top button.
Cholo it all the way.
Cholo, dude, I am in. It was the raddest. You would be the coolest dude in Mobile if you did that. You might get shot or arrested by ICE, but in the meantime, you'd be cool for like 7 minutes.
It is fun. We do live in a Homeland Security area. There is some border patrol here with itchy trigger fingers. 100%. So just heads up. But to that point, there is a whole group in Biloxi, Mississippi that all ride those bikes. They have a huge,
I'm in.
And it's a.
They look like they just want to go drink beer and smoke weed, and I'm in.
They are,
and they're tech people. They look like they're all wealthy.
Yeah, somewhere around a thin line.
Yeah, a thin line. They probably do cocaine because weed's too cheap.
Yeah. They're like, those losers stinks.
We do black tar heroin because it's expensive.
No, the dudes over there, I mess up their bike club. I don't know the actual name. I've seen the name. I've forgotten the name, but it's in Biloxi, and their logo. Remember the bad boy?
Yeah,
that's their logo with it's like so
with
90s.
The dude snorting cocaine off a big pumped arm.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Those dudes, they do that. They ride a lot doing that stuff. So
that to me was like, if I'm gonna get away from, like, there's gravel bikes, which I have no issue with, and shout out to my secret gravel bike friend. I was sworn to secrecy. So now he gets a little pat on the back. So at least you know it's a male or identifies as male. You don't know for sure in this world. But also, if I were to jump ship, that's what I would jump ship to now. Like
a gravel bike?
No, that bike, that PK Ripper style thing. That just looks fun. Like it's single speed.
Yeah.
It's like if you really want to go back to being a kid, at least for me, it's that. Because it looked like my old Huffy just made for an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, I also could wear diapers on it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
They're pretty sweet, and they look like BMX bikes.
It was rad, dude.
Yeah.
And dude was cool as hell. It was riding on it. And it was good. It was a good group ride. It was zero droppy. We were stopping a lot. I would just ride circles. And then the guy on the Ripper was like, check out this piece of sidewalk. We passed it and we're like, oh snap. So I looped back around, and there's some fun little off camber hip jumps because the roots have blown up and I'm talking decent size for sidewalk. What do we call that? Sidewalk single track.
Yeah.
So I was just like hip jumping, and people were like cheer. It was dumb, but it was like fun for me. But it was a really good thing. And the bigger part about it, the reason I wanted to bring it up is the fact that, like, in our area, next to Phil's ride, which is on Sunday mornings, which is out at Blakely, which is awesome, and that's like the longest standing shop ride there is. This is the only other shop ride that I know of next to Katie and them stuff. I know they're doing a mountain bike, but this is like Katie and them's road bike ride, I imagine, is like full of, we call them sweats. Sweats are, in the video game world, the dudes that are way too good at Call of Duty.
Yeah, that are way too good to be riding in a group, that are just out there pushing each other to the next level.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you have the sweats, but I feel like theirs would be, their mountain bike ride allegedly is not. Allegedly, and that's new for them. But these guys have a straight up community ride. There's other shop rides, but there's only really those 3 shop rides.
Yeah.
And this is the only other one that's just like any bike. It's kind of fun because it's just like we had everything. We had grandma cruisers all the way into, like, the guy was on a Marin. There was a guy on, there was Matt's bike, my bike. you know, and Chris was on a road bike and Jesse was on his gravel bike. It was cool. It was a fun, good people, and they're all super chill. So it was one of those things where it was like a lot of fun just to knuckle turd around with them. And, you know, for once, because you weren't there, I was the best rider. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, with all of the Shriners spinning around and
the
jumping and stuff, I can't imagine why somebody would think the Reb's a bunch of assholes.
I was stopping traffic. I was risking my life. For
usually it's me doing the representation, which is giving us that name. So you're
fair.
Have fun with it.
But I didn't flex the Reb.
No.
I didn't have a Reb jersey on.
I just put a flag up wherever I
wore
go.
my sweet potato jersey so that everyone.
Nice.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was gonna say, so everybody knows you're an OG. You're like, bitch, I'm not a Reb member. I was here before the Reb.
I'm not even an OG sweet potato. I'm a poser potato.
Yeah, but if you have a
sweet potatoes are poser potatoes.
They are.
That's scientific fact.
Yeah, they're very starchy.
So there's that. Event wise, Toby's got something. It's too late because it's this weekend.
Oh, it is. Oh,
tomorrow.
Okay,
isn't it?
I don't know that one. I'm on a different train.
He has some other events. He's got events coming up.
He's got tons of events. If you want to do anything in the South Louisiana area, Toby's
I would argue in the Southeast, most of his stuff is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's gotten really big.
Oh no, Toby's doing some stuff. I'm working with Toby now for the Roller Coaster of Love that's in the first weekend of October, and you guys aren't going to want to miss this one. As we've always said, it gets bigger every year.
Yeah, this one sounds like what allegedly has been rumored. And at some point I'm gonna drop some of these rumors because some of them are so good. I just want to let them out. And then Toby right now is like producer. What we call producer tightening, which is where his butthole just made a diamond because he tightened it.
If we drop it, then it holds him to a standard that he has to achieve.
And that dude's already got a lot of standards.
Yeah, he's setting his own standard now,
exactly.
Y'all. If you don't know how much, if you're new to this podcast or new to the mountain bike world, and I know there's a lot of people that have been going to Bogue Chitto and experiencing things that they hadn't before, that's Toby.
Yeah.
Toby got told no, and that's what Bogue Chitto is a product of him being told no.
I mean, if we're being really honest, I think it's fair to say that Toby was clearly influenced by the rebellion.
That's true. His gravel parking lot was only gravel until the rebellion came along. Now it's paved.
I mean, you can't really put up flags well in gravel.
You
know what I'm saying? You did it, but then he was like, man, we need more flags.
We need more flags. Yeah, that is what he did. I see what you did there. So
this show is so terrible.
It's a horrible. But we love everybody that's associated with the show, and that's our greater. We have a brotherhood of leadership.
There you go.
How about that?
That's fair.
Of dudes that are willing to take
some ladies
that are willing to take take our abuse to help. It helps the greater community of mountain biking.
Yeah, I think the bigger takeaway of all of it, and I think about this because I thought about it on that group ride with those guys, was that while we prefer mountain biking, I'm not anti-cyclist.
Right.
Like, I have no issue with roadies. My experience with roadies on many cases has been loners. I don't know. It's not very aerodynamic, but they ride with their head back so that their nose is pointed up to the sky. But in seriousness, like I'm a cyclist. Like, I'll ride anything. I just want to go have fun. And realistically, I have more fun with mountain bike people than I do necessarily with roadies. And in my short little experience, not to say that they're all a-holes, because there's some really cool ones out there that are having fun, but like it's a cliquish thing. Whereas mountain bike is less.
Yeah.
And then if you just say you're a cyclist, you accompany everybody. And it's more a matter of like, I don't need to snob out I don't need to do what they do.
Right.
Because bring your skinny tires and hit this jump.
You're right.
You're dead. Thank you very much. Anyway, point is like, I think now what I realize it being in this podcast has become over the course of various things is, again, it's just people. We're just a people podcast. We happen to enjoy bikes, and that gives us the common ground. But again, if you're going to come talk to me about a bunch of tech and gear stuff, ask Jody.
Yeah.
I'm as in the words of the famous Robert Downey Jr., I go full retard.
Never, ever go full retard.
I can't do it, dude. I just don't know that stuff. I don't care.
Well, speaking of Jody, if you are a full retard with your suspension,
there it is. Good segue.
He is going hard in the paint on suspension stuff. I'll drop this. I'll hold him to it. He's reached out to all the bike shops locally in Mobile, all the bike shops locally in Alabama. He's expanding his region. He is offering bike shops full 3 to 7 day turnaround on all suspension services,
smokes.
guaranteed. And he's giving them the price that they can mark it up and still make a money on it.
So he's still my God.
Yeah, and the offer that he is doing is, if you're a bike shop owner and you're listening, and this is something that intrigues you, he is fully certified, been doing suspension for 30 plus years, fully certified with Öhlins, Cane Creek, RockShox, Fox, everything. But what he is doing is offering this to you, but as a service to your clients. Not saying BTR did any of it. It's a service you
White
can
label
say
is what we call it. Yeah,
it's a service you say that we offer you as a client. Jody's not poaching your clients. He's not poaching he's just trying to help bike shops.
Brilliant.
And Fox is a 2 to 3 weeks. RockShox is probably similar. He's saying 3 to 7 days. That's pretty impressive. So please, if you're looking for a service to offer your bike shop that you don't have, he has all of the equipment already. It's expensive equipment. It's training. He's been going to North Carolina to
just locally, whether it's through Phil or through what's his face at Cadence.
Yeah,
I can see his face. I just can't remember his name. Sorry, dude.
I know his name, but it's Cadence.
His name is Cadence, John Cadence. Or if it's ACBC, or if it's the gang over at Pro Cycle. Like, I think it's interesting. That's cool as shit, because you can go to your favorite bike shop that you already trust and have them.
That's what he's trying to say,
yeah.
And those companies are marking it up like crazy anyway, so they may as well keep the money in house. And
in local, that's way better.
And the other thing that I told Jody, that this is something that he's offering these bike shops that Fox, RockShox, Cane Creek is a little bit better about it, but they can literally call Jody directly and say, "Hey, dude, I got this. What can you help me with?" And you're getting him on the phone. He's a 2-man shop. Like, he can handle that kind of stuff. So, so if that's something you're looking for, that's a great bike shop deal. That's
outstanding.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. He wants to,
and he's going to keep that limited to Alabama because Roll Tide.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends how many people he wants to hire, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
But so he's doing that. But also the Jared's Place thing is still happening. It was supposed to happen or soon. It's getting pushed to June 13th because it got bigger. Now Cane Creek is involved, and Cane Creek is coming that same day, and they're helping set up suspensions. It doesn't have to be just Cane Creek suspension, but preferably Cane Creek. But they're going to help set up suspensions. They're going to bring suspensions that they will let you test. They're going to do all of that right there at Jared's Place. Juice. Yeah, so it got pushed to June for a good reason. So
the thing I'll give a big shout out to Jody, as long as I've known him, he's always he has never been about himself. He's always been about, he wants his team to win, right? His racing team, but he's always very much been about, like, how do we make the community better? And if those are the kind of actions he's taking, like, that is proof is in the pudding.
Right.
Jody's got a lot of pudding.
He's putting it down.
He's got that pudding. He got that grease pudding.
That's right.
Okay. So let's talk about your whiteboard, pal.
All right. This is my whiteboard.
Yep.
This is a flow chart.
I see it's probably stolen from somebody else's Samba sign.
No, actually, I was trying to find something. I was like, my kids, all of their art equipment.
Oh, God. So you stole all Avery's stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. This is being presented to Drew for the first time.
This is real.
All right, ready?
I don't know. I think I got to let it sit and then click the button on my reveal. I don't know how to do this where you get the maximum effect. I can't do a split screen.
I don't know. I'm gonna do it. Ready?
Yeah. I'm going to go to my face and then reveal
This is the 2026 Radness tournament. Look at this.
Oh my God!
I'm a March Madness.
There's a huge glare.
Okay, let's turn it somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah, come forward just slightly, and they can see it for a second.
How about that? Better.
It's
I'm
closer.
gonna have to write on it, so
that's fine. It's closer.
I'll be moving it anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna pull it
down.
All
right.
So I'm a huge basketball fan.
Yeah.
March Madness is a big thing.
Yeah.
So I decided we were gonna go and do a mountain bike madness.
Love it.
Reb style.
Love it.
Listen, there's no rules here. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna go. There's a bike brand. We got trails, mountain bike trails, specifically United States, because I didn't want Canada to be involved because F Canada.
But we still like you, Canada.
No,
You're
we
our only
don't.
international.
We beat you in hockey. We have terms, which was painful for me to write down, as you all know.
I see the one word. I saw it right away.
Yeah.
I saw the S word.
Yeah, it was on there. And we have gear. But gear, I put down like specific gear, but that can be like helmet, as in a new helmet, but Cane Creek E-Wings are like my holy grail of bike part. That
overpriced for what they are.
They're titanium and they're badass and they're home.
They're so expensive.
But
Cane Creek, you're never going to listen to this, but we would sure love to give away some E-Wings.
To me.
Cane Creek, if you sponsor Dale, we will talk about you.
I've already sold some
one more time than normal.
That's right. So here we are.
Okay.
This is what it is. And we'll bust through it after the first round, the first round we'll negotiate a little bit.
Yeah, I understand.
But after that, then
I've done these with Christmas movies.
Yeah, we can bust
a separate podcast with a guy whose hair is way bigger than Dale's.
I know. His hair is whack.
It's getting out of control. He looks like Doc Brown on crack.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep moving this, so there's no point. We'll show. Maybe I should
reframe it.
Let me take a picture of it before we ride on it.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
All right. Hold on. Keep them entertained.
Yeah. So let me just describe this. First off, for those that are listening at home, we have a bracket chart. He has clearly put some excess gold vinyl that he had as a giant gold vinyl on the back of this chart. It is written out.
It's 24 karat.
It's 24 karat gold. It's written out. You have MTB gear as its own little sub bracket. You have MTB slang as a sub bracket. You have MTB trails. That would be on the Eastern division in the top. And then you have MTB brands, also Eastern division. They're broken out and we will talk through them. And it's actually quite interesting. Some of these things.
Look how symmetrical it is.
It is very well made. I'm not going to lie. Like there was rulers.
Definitely rulers.
Used to pull this off.
No rules, but rulers.
No, I get it. All right, let's do it.
Which one do you want to start on?
I don't care.
How
does it normally go?
Well,
how's it go in sports ball?
In sports, it would be like one game up here, a game over here, here.
Let's just clear them out though. It's
easier just to keep our mind on.
Well, we'll start with what do people on this show like the most?
Probably themselves.
Themselves. You should have
probably bike brands. Honestly.
All right, let's do brands. Yeah, let's do brands. Oh, should we save brands because that's what people want to listen to?
Yeah, let's save brands.
We're not going to do
brands. Are actually
that's going to be a good argument.
There's good arguments.
There's good arguments in the brands. I already see, you have my brand on there. I'll just make sure. Let's do trails because it's inflammatory.
Well, there's something about brands that's ironic. Is I was like, man, I don't want to miss any. Guess who picked the brands in order? Seeded.
Who?
ChatGTP, baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so it used its rankings. Interesting.
And I didn't add it. I didn't change any. So they're all and for the listeners, they are seeded 1 through 12.
And you got us on there though on the trails.
Of course I do.
Okay, so they're seeded 1 through 12.
Yeah, they're seeded 1 through 12.
One being the most. Jared's is currently 12 and the Reb is 11.
Well, this is what happened. So I took big name ones and I gave them
they deserve it.
Legit
like
ranking.
Bentonville is the Duke of,
and then I added in places
trails
that we've been or are adjacent to.
I got it
as underneath. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Some of these places we've never been.
No, but we should be.
But I'm going to make arguments for them.
Yeah. So.
Okay, let's do it.
I didn't give us a 1 seed though.
No,
I should have.
No.
All right, let's do trails, and we could be way off on trails because we don't ride. Also, this bracket is not. This bracket is not correctly done because it should be in powers of 2 to make a correct bracket.
Yeah.
But I'm an idiot and I did 12. And so if you look close, there's like a 4 up here. These ones down here have to work harder. So the 1 seed has a shorter route to the championship.
Well, and I mean it's okay. So our first matchup then.
Yeah, first matchup. Let's do the bottom parts first.
Okay,
leave the 1 seeds for last.
Yeah, you're the commissioner, so you can choose it however you need to go.
Let's just go ahead and start with Oak Mountain versus Alafaya.
Oh,
it's a 3 versus 10 seed. Oak Mountain is rising. They're rising. They're rising. They could
Chase has
reach.
done a great job.
Yeah.
The only thing that so I like Oak Mountain, and I feel like Oak Mountain has the most diverse, especially because there's new downhill trails. Oak Mountain has the most diverse amount of riding.
I would agree with that.
However, Alafaya, from my understanding, is one of the most unique places to ride in certainly in the Southeast.
I know.
And if I'm not mistaken, according to Jakey Poo and some others, maybe even Barry, Alafia was a place where a lot of downhill pros used to go and train in the off season.
Yeah. And when you see like dudes doing backflips over alligators and stuff,
it's pretty rad.
So this list is not only about how badass the trails are. If you're on this list, your trails are badass.
Right.
Let's
Obviously,
just
the
say
rev is
that.
there for a reason.
Yeah. The rev is there for a reason. But if
for the sleeper,
there has to be something that separates it, like you just said. I think that Oak Mountain is amazing. Yeah, and what they're doing is amazing. They're ever rising. They're going to have one of the best trail systems in the Southeast, if not already the best by diverse standards. Yep. They got downhill, they got cross country, they got rocks, they got everything. But you're right, that uniqueness, and it's not a mountain bike. I mean, Oak Mountain's not a mountain bike destination either. But I'm going to go with. I kind of agree with you.
I'm only saying Alafia just for the idea of it. I feel like it's super renegade. It's in southern Florida where there's no mountains. It kind of aligns with our brand.
Yeah, let's go with
it. So my
it.
bias is going to say Alafia.
Let's go with it.
Alafia. Oak Mountain knocked out first round losers. Suck that, ducky.
Sorry, Chase. We still love you.
Well, the next one is brutal. And I mean, there's no question, like, to me, the answer, it sucks. And I'm sorry, other Chase, but like, you're about to get punched in the nuts too. Apparently,
we gave you guys
we don't like anyone named Chase.
Yeah, or Marcus. And Marcus has built Coldwater.
That's right.
And still maintains it. And I know you're listening, Marcus, and you might be just don't drive the bulldozer off the cliff currently.
Yeah, that's right.
In your hatred of us.
Yeah.
But P&W's got to win. Yeah,
you have Coldwater versus P&W. It has to go P&W. It only goes P&W because the legend of P&W.
Correct.
There's I'm sorry, but
I'm sure I kind of cheated
Duke versus, or not Duke, but that's Kentucky versus Xavier.
I kind of cheated because P&W is a region, not an actual specific trail. Yep. So it is what it is, but that's fine.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
So this one might be our first contested conversation.
Yeah.
Frankly,
two different styles
because it's completely two different things. So the next bracket has Moab at 4 seed and Windrock at a 9 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are guys that listen to this. I know that like Uncle Ducky, he has. I don't have to say Dirty Uncle Chase, Uncle Dirty Uncle Chase. That's even worse.
Yeah.
I know that Duck has ridden Moab, and I believe he's ridden Windrock. I don't know where he would land. My argument is going to be very clearly Moab, and simple reason, simply because of the whole enchilada. Only because very few trails in the United States, very few places on a single ride allow you to experience that much biological diversity.
Yeah, right.
Right? Yeah. It is the most BEI.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know what that means.
That's very bad.
Biological exclusion, inclusion.
That's going to go into our campaign 2020.
Yeah,
whatever
we're all for
it
the
is.
BEI. And I've never. Windrock is something I'd like to ride. It may be above my pay grade, so maybe most of Moab. But that the trail, the legend of the whole enchilada, I'm far more going to go watch if I'm going to compare it because I haven't ridden either. Mm-hmm. I'd more likely watch videos of Moab than I would Windrock. And now the downhill guys are going to disagree with me, and they're going to be like, blasphemy. But I just, to me, Moab holds it.
I think they're both legendary in their own regard. Windrock has so much history.
Shout out to Aaron Schwinn.
Yeah, Aaron Schwinn is resurrecting Windrock to a standard, holding it to a different standard. It's probably going to be one of the downhills at some point.
Yep.
World downhill race location. But we can't say that we can't have Oak Mountain getting taken out by uniqueness if Moab doesn't advance.
Right.
Because Moab's unique. There's only one place you can go to ride what Moab offers.
That is 100% truth.
But so I got to go with
Dale
Moab
Boyd, quote him here, folks. Windrock is a dime a dozen location. Go ahead. Send your hate mail to daleboyd at gmail.com. I don't even think it's that. Some dude named Dale Boyd's about to get blown up.
By 7 people. All right. So our last in the first round is, our last in this section, Pisgah versus the Reb?
It's here's my argument.
Okay.
Here's my argument. My argument has been most unique because I feel like a lot of times things can be a dime a dozen. I have not ridden Pisgah. I understand that it is the northeastern or the northern or the easternmost place to go ride. I love North Carolina. I was born in Charlotte. I am connected to it all day. There is no doubt in my mind that it deserves to move forward. However, I will make the argument, the same argument. Now, we're going to lose the next round because I'm not going to let the Reb get past Moab. It's just not going to happen unless you make an argument that convinces me. But I believe that the Reb should pass Pisgah for this reason. What they did over the course of time, and it's amazing, and I appreciate the history, but they did it where there was already mountains.
Yeah.
What the Reb represents is people that were told no, who said, fuck you, we're going to do it our way, and we did it anyway. So I'm going to make the argument, based on my previous statements, most unique place, I'm going to go with the Reb to push past it.
Yeah, there's a lot to be ridden in Pisgah, and I know that the culture there is amazing. The bike scene is amazing. We have none of that here.
Right.
Barely.
Right.
We talked about, you just mentioned a group ride with 8 different bike culture people
that
were on it.
Right.
And we're excited about it.
Yeah.
But I think without the Reb, there's no bike culture. And that's my bias.
It doesn't. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think it grows the same.
Right. So we've kept the momentum through COVID with the Reb, locally.
Yeah.
And we've made a lot of connections. Oak Mountain wouldn't even be cool without the Reb. So the Reb is.
Wow, what trash. I love it.
The Reb's moving on. So we got this top 2. Let's go Stockyard versus DuPont as a 6-7 matchup. And
6-7. 6-7.
Stockyard was one of our, we've been there. We have Jody. Jody has to get a little shout out.
Here's the truth.
It's unique.
The Stockyard is super unique. My only, again, you've ridden it, so I'm going to have to default to you. So my question to you would be in this argument. DuPont, you can ride a variety of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can ride legendary trails.
Mm-hmm. You
can also go through and spend 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
The downside of Stockyard is, as of this point,
right,
it's limited to what, 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, probably. Maybe a few more than that.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I gave Stockyard the shout out. I love it. It's a great place if you're regionally located. All these places are great. If you're
none of these are bad.
Yeah, so, but DuPont is just, it's the gold standard.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. In Pisgah. I mean, we beat Pisgah, but
well, that's only because of our argument of ego.
So let's just throw DuPont. They got to go.
Yeah.
And number 1 is Bentonville versus Jared's, and this is a 1 seed versus a 12 seed. And
but I have an argument.
Okay, let's hear.
And here's my thing: like, I get Bentonville. I mean, there is no better town for bike culture in this part of the United States. Notice I said that. I did not say that they're the best in the United States.
Yeah, because I've heard people say it's regionally the mountain bike capital of the world.
That is correct. And it's good marketing.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that makes Jared's interesting to me is that it is self-funded.
Mm-hmm.
It is not Walmart money. This is one dude. It slowly started to build up a reputation. He developed that carpet, which changes the game, and which is a huge issue because we've dealt with it forever.
Mm-hmm.
He improved upon it. The stuff I've seen, specifically shout out to Shane Richardson and his epic video content that he puts out, and proud of you for editing on a computer instead of a phone, Shane. That's a little diss deal.
Yeah, that's a jab at me.
I'm going to make this statement. I would like to see an upset. I would argue that the upset to me is that Jared's beats Bentonville only because Jared's is also more mountain bikey in the truest sense of the word than Bentonville. Now, again, I've not ridden either one. I'm only going off of what I've seen, what I've heard. I think you can have the best time of your life at Bentonville.
Right.
However, my argument for Jared's is it's self-funded and scrappy. And I just feel like that there's something about that. If the Reb makes it through, I think I would argue for Jared's to go through.
I think I agree with you in a lot of that. I think that Bentonville has done what they've set out to do, and they've marketed a place to make it. I mean, everybody I know, no one's come back and been like, dude, Bentonville sucks.
Right.
It's terrible.
No, I know.
But I've also never heard anyone come back from Jared's and be like, Jared sucks. It's terrible.
Right.
So do I think that Bentonville is more inclusive? Sure. Do I think Jared's place is more badass. It's more like deep into mountain bike culture. Like this is fringe cyclists.
Yeah.
This is mountain bike culture, folks.
Yeah.
And in that regard, we are mountain bike culture people. It's our lifestyle, not our hobby.
No,
I'm going with Jared's in the upset. Huge upset.
Massive.
Disagree if you want. And we know that we made arguments for Jared's has a certain style of riding, but it's our style. So
no, I and I can't ride half the shit there, but my point is I could probably ride more at Bentonville. And I'm sure, again, longevity of time. I just feel like in the argument of uniqueness,
right? Yeah,
Jared's really
well. In the history of Radness tournament, we had a 12-1 upset.
Yeah, it's good, but it's a good argument.
It is a good.
I want to hear somebody else's argument.
Yeah, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, if you've been to Bentonville and Jared's, compare them and tell us in the comments. I mean, maybe I know that Shane probably has, but all
right. So let's start down here. We lost.
Yeah, you can't beat Moab.
Moab is gone.
They're my favorite. That's who I would have picked.
We had our Cinderella pick.
Yeah,
we made a couple 3-pointers. We advanced.
Right.
We shouldn't have beat them.
We're South Alabama with the fluke. I get it.
Yeah. And then let's go Alify and P&W.
So this goes back to here's my thing.
Okay.
P&Dubs is super unique. Obviously, you have to pay history and homage to the fact that so much stuff, trials, all this crazy stuff came out of there. And you watch content on it, it looks gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't want to go to Whistler? Who doesn't want to experience all of these things? My only caveat against them, again, is simply put that Alafia has been a training ground, has been somewhat of a reputable brand name that people understand what it is, and it is in Central Florida, where it's flatter than my wife.
Ooh, ouch.
Well, I mean, there's little hills.
You can do it. We do it the Rev and just pay for those to get bigger.
Yeah, that's right.
But
I ain't got the money for
dirt. Here's my thing. The history of P&W and what it's done for the mountain bike world.
Yeah.
I can't let it. Plus I want to see a P&W Moab matchup because of history and culture. I'm
gonna let you carry. I'll let you carry. Your argument's fine. I'm not going to argue with it.
Yeah.
I think if Alafia was up against DuPont, different story.
Yeah.
But against P&W, I don't think you can get past it.
Right.
I think it's super unique what Alafia has. I think they play a good game. I just don't. I think P&W wins last second.
Yeah.
Christian Leitner 3-point Duke style.
Ooh, great reference. I'm going with P&W.
I didn't know some sports ball.
Just because I hear trail builders that are like, "Oh, I'm going to build this P&W style because it."
No one says Alafia style. That's the best point. All right, argument made. One.
All right, Jared's versus DuPont. I'm going Jared's again, just because of the innovation, the wherewithal. He's weathered a lot of storms.
No, he has.
He's
been
stuck to it.
Well, the fact is that he started. So here's my argument. I'm going to give it to Jared's. I would agree with you in the fact that it has grown reputation. It has grown innovation. It has remained, at least as far as now, people that listen to the show that are up there all the time, you need to give us feedback because I will know. This next statement is that it's also retained its edge. It's like a punk band that got signed that didn't sell out.
Right.
So, and DuPont has the history, but I would argue for Jared's. I'm going to make the argument for Jared's for this simple reason. I just think it's interesting that it's a new park. Correct. It's new trail funded by no government.
That's it. Government can F off.
Right. Completely independent. Holy shit. This is now. Okay.
All right. P&W versus Moab, which is crazy. And
yeah. I mean, my whole thing is going to go back to riding as an experience.
Yeah.
I feel like if you watch P&W, if you watch any videos from P&W, you don't know where that is.
Right.
You're like, oh, look, that's here. You might say, oh, that's A-line or whatever. You might know the Whistler stuff, but the way it looks is all the same.
Right.
So the experience of up there is, yes, lots of different types of riding, features for you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But my argument for Moab is you will never experience riding through, it's like 4 or 5 different biological ecoculture systems, whatever ecosystems, as you ride down a hill for 8 hours on a single ride. That is so mind-blowing to me that that experience, I think, will change you as an individual more than the skills that you will learn from P&W, right? I feel like you have a spiritual experience at Moab and you will have the best skills experience at P&W. So that would be my argument.
Well,
I would pick personal experience over skills.
Mine is similar. I think that is, and plus every video I see from the P&W, it looks like it's raining, and I hate riding in the rain.
Well, there you go. It ain't raining in the desert, Dale.
No, it's not. These arguments are ours and ours alone. All right, so out of mountain bike trails in the United States, do we want Jared's or Moab to fall into the most
you're gonna hard sell
mountain
me
bike
off.
culture?
You can't sell me off of Moab. It's too hard to sell for me. I've again not ridden it, but everyone I know that's talked to me is like it's a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, everybody that I know that's done Moab as well has said that it's something that you have to experience as a cyclist.
It's on my list to do.
Yeah, so sorry, Jared's, you made it to the final 2, which is pretty rad. But as a mountain
with
bike
good
culture,
argument,
yeah, Moab is our selection out of these 12 for the number. So the way that I was looking at it is like the final 4 are things that we're willing to stay that can stay in the mountain bike culture.
Oh, sure.
And so Moab is definitely
it never goes away.
Never going
away.
They're
timeless.
These are the top 4. So if you're talking about trails, Moab is our holy grail, if you will.
It is
the holy grail of trails in the United States.
Not to take away from the 10 billion trails that there are, but
correct.
Yes. Yeah. I think it has the most.
All right, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Let's go with mountain bike gear, and I'm going to have to pull this off every time I do it, but
you might be you can do that.
Yeah, I can slip and slide it. All right. Let's just start at Cane Creek E-Wings versus a Fox helmet.
Okay, well that's like E-Wings. There's no argument.
I'm not arguing with you.
I mean, that's like now the argument would be is I like Fox helmets, but I
said helmet, Fox helmet, just because it was like specific, but it could be let's say a better helmet than what you have.
I'd still argue for E-Wings.
Yeah, me too.
Because we have inside baseball on helmets.
Right.
And if we can ever get that dude to be on the show, we would crush it.
All right. So we'll go through these a little faster than the locations probably because they're pretty definitive.
Yeah.
A SRAM GX drivetrain or a RockShox fork.
So what's funny is I'm not a SRAM guy. So this might be an argument.
Yeah.
You've not ridden both, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. So all I can say is I'm okay with RockShox forks. I've had several. I feel like they're noisy personally. I've never ridden the GX, so I'm going to let you default the win based on the fact that I can't compare GX to Shimano.
So I have used GX on everything that I've owned, and that's like my go-to. I tried to switch to XX1. I was breaking it too easy.
Yeah.
So for the money value and everything you're getting, like if you're going to buy a RockShox fork that is capable, you're going to spend a ton of money.
Yeah.
In that price range, there's a lot of other options.
Yeah.
When you're spending money on GX that's consumable and the goods and the quality, I don't think that you can beat it. Like GX to me is one of the best.
Like I said, that's the argument. I can't fight that one very hard.
Yeah. I know Shimano is another option of that drivetrain, but Shimano's. All right,
it's a good bracket, dude.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a lot of people pissed off. I have to figure out
how to wait to hear.
I'm gonna take a video of this and I'll just insert the video on the bracket. It won't be filled out accurately because I'm not going to edit this, guys. It's not how we do shit.
No. So
I could add a third camera, I guess.
The next one, I almost texted you and was like, hey, I need a camera for this, but it's okay. So the next one's Maxxis tires or let's say whatever upgrade and 510 shoes.
Okay, so first question. Shoes. 510 current or 510 OG?
Yeah, it's true too. Very valid point.
Yeah, so that matters. Is this a vintage team? Is this like the 510 made up of the dream team from the
yeah, I mean, conversely, is it the Maxxis tires that are on your bike when you get it or aftermarket? Is it different?
Yeah,
that wasn't very specific.
Let's say current because that's only fair. So current Maxxis tires not on bikes, so they're not the white labels.
Upgrade them.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's current 510s, Adidas 510s basically.
Yeah. I have
to go with Maxxis. I hate the modern 510s.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that let me say this. I'm saying that with utmost certainty. I have vintage 510s given to me by Todd Hall, same shoes that the Pooh wears.
Yeah.
I have 2 different sets of modern Adidas 510s. My vintage 510s are still almost in perfect shape.
Yeah.
And the bottoms of all my other 510s, my modern 510s are
I will say I bought some 510 clipless. I ride clipless.
Yeah.
And they've held up good, but they're so heavy.
But it's the rubber on I ride flats,
yeah,
so it's the rubber on the flats is where my bias is coming from.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Mine were just too heavy.
All right.
So this one is for our friend that rhymes with herpes, Nixon. Spandex versus POC.
Spandex is a number 2 seed.
It's a 2 seed. I did give you the 2 seed because the 1 seed is baggies.
I'm trying to think of what are the pads that I have a set of POCs, but I have another set of. I have some that don't slip.
Yeah, I have 7 IDP, and they're great. The knee pads I have are amazing, but I just put. Let's just say knee pads.
Oh, knee pads in general.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick knee pads. I don't. Here's why I don't like riding in spandex. I don't like how it makes my giblets feel.
Right. Yeah, I don't.
It's the same way with riding with a diaper. I just can't. I can't.
I feel like the irony here is if you ride in spandex, you need knee pads.
No, accurate. Probably
for the post ride.
Oh, Lord. Deep Cuts with Dale, presented by BTR.
Actually, I've never seen anybody with spandex and knee pads. It just seems like it'd be counterproductive.
I almost said BTR Response, which is one of my clients.
All right. So we're moving on, and we are at DT Swiss hubs versus a Fox fork.
So I think that DT Swiss hubs are probably the best standard hub on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're better than Industry 9. I feel like they're less maintenance and better. However, I've ridden Cane Creek, and I've ridden Rock Shock, and I've ridden Fox, and the Cane Creek I had was from someone else. But at the end of the day, I have preferred Fox Shocks over it. And hub wise, I have DT Swiss, I have I9s, Hydras, I have fancy stuff. I like my Fox fork.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Fox here because I've been riding a very expensive bike. I have only ridden Fox a couple times, but I've been riding shitty hubs. Clearly, I keep breaking wheels, but you can get away with different kinds of hubs, but the fork matters. Your suspension matters, folks.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Your suspension matters.
Jody would disagree and be pissed that you didn't put Cane Creek there.
I know.
That's brands though, right?
Or this is just gear. I was just kind of trying to find bigger brands.
Yeah.
I did put Cane Creek E-Wings, so they got a shout out.
They got one. They're in the mix.
So baggies versus XT brakes. And I just put XT brakes. Huh?
Baggy shorts?
Like baggy clothes instead of spandex.
Oh, got it. What do I have XT? I have XTs on. I had XTs on my Gorilla Gravity.
Yeah.
I miss those brakes a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily dress for riding a bike. I don't care.
Right.
You and I differ on that. I don't really like, I'll wear a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I tie it up in the back so that it's,
you look like the dude from The Longest Yard.
Yes, 100%. I'm there to get some bussy.
Yeah.
Shout out Bug, who doesn't listen to this show.
God, the bussy, I forgot about it.
I like my XT brakes quite a lot. I because the baggy stuff to me, I will wear anything minus spandex because it.
Yeah, and the baggies was kind of just an ode to us, like the Reb was.
I get it
because that's our brand. Like we don't wear spandex, so I would say XT brakes or just good brakes. Even though I am a look good, ride good kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but you spend money on brakes.
Hell yeah, I got expensive.
They're pretty important.
Brakes. Yeah, good brakes are very important. So XT.
I'm gonna make that argument. I'm gonna start wearing white.
I have a bunch of white. It doesn't stay white very long.
That's my point. And I'll be like, the brakes held up. I didn't land in the dirt.
That's
if somebody goes OTB a lot, I need good brakes because that's what helps me go OTB.
It's true too.
Just, I mean, you know.
All right, let's bang out Maxxis tires versus knee pads.
Oh, dude, I barely wear knee pads. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
but I am. My tire situation is perfect right now, and I'm not changing it.
That's it. I would agree. I ride knee pads when I race or ride rocks, but we ride in the sand. I know a lot of you that are listening to wear knee pads every ride. I get it.
I do too. I'm not zinging anybody. I'm not a kit guy.
Nah, but tires are very important.
Oh, it's the first lesson.
Even if Maxxis isn't your brand.
I had a great conversation with Maddie about it.
It's tires are
makes a huge difference.
Massive. All right, so E-Wings versus GX drivetrain.
That's tough.
It is tough.
Todd had E-Wings on his bike, and they were snappy and they were good.
They're light. They're
very
super
light.
That's a big weight.
But I'm also a proponent of weight can be lost.
Correct.
from your body.
Yeah.
You can't ride a bike without a drivetrain. I'm going to go with GX.
Yeah, I'm going to go with GX simply because as like you said, you can lose weight. E-wings are more of a cosmetic thing to me. I mean, I know that there's some stuff, but if you have a shitty drivetrain, it's going to ruin your ride.
Yeah.
You can have whatever kind of cranks, whether they're E-wings or not.
Now, if you've gotten so specialized, no pun there, but if you've gotten so specialized as a rider that you need very specific length E-wing type, because they have off lengths, I think.
Yeah, they have weird lengths.
Then, yeah, maybe that you can make an argument. But I think for the general rider, I'd argue for a drivetrain.
All right, so XT brakes versus Fox fork.
So I currently have a Fox fork. I no longer have XT brakes. And I'm happy with my brakes. They're fine.
Yeah.
To me, it's the Fox fork just because the other thing I appreciate is just, I don't have it on my current iteration, but I've always enjoyed when I had my remote lockout, which was both a RockShox and a Fox version. I like that feature as well. So I'm going to go with a Fox fork personally.
Yeah. I think, this is one of the things.
XT brake handle broke. Remember that situation with that dude?
I know XT is brakes in general, or XT are very important, but Fox is a mountain bike identity brand. But
they also specialize in suspension.
But there's something.
Shimano specializes in a lot of pieces.
Correct, but there's something about if you say Kashima, it's identifiable. It's a mountain bike. If we're going by mountain bike culture, Fox has an identifiable thing.
I tell you what I didn't like. The misstep Fox took. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's many for those that are like, but to me, I'm not digging on it. I just don't like the gold fork. I like Kashima.
Oh, the gold.
But I didn't like the gold scenario. It just didn't, visually, it didn't work for me. It feels too specific. But again, I'm not a bling
either.
Yeah, we could tell.
This
is a Kashima. That's what we should have said.
This is a Kashima, yeah.
It's Kashima coated board.
And then, so we got GX versus Maxxis. So drivetrain versus tires here.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
My thing would be this. I do feel very strongly about certain tire brands. I'm a big fan of Maxxis. Again, it's not my total. It's 50% of my equation currently. My formula for riding is 50% Maxxis. I don't think I'll ever change it. I think
we have the same formula currently.
Are you riding a Conti up front?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that formula,
different tires,
but my riding changed because of it. 100%. My drivetrain did not. So like I'm on, I think, well, Chris is about to fix it. I destroyed it, but I'm on Dior. He asked me if I wanted to change. I just didn't want to deal with it. A drivetrain's important, but I feel like you can get away with almost any drivetrain. I don't think you can get away with any tire personally.
This is my different argument. I can go ride my bike and a tire is not going to ruin my ride. Bad shifting is going to ruin my day.
No, that's a fair point.
And if it's GX, I'd never.
Are you saying the GX is that much better shifting wise than the Shimano?
I mean, I can't directly compare it because I put 10,000 miles on GX stuff, not 10,000 miles on Shimano. So I haven't done the adjustment side, but from what I've done, like,
what if you're single speed? Can you be single speed GX?
I don't think so.
Just wondering.
I don't know enough about it. You don't care. You're just one of those guys. It's like, oh yeah, I like to cut down trees.
Tire probably matters then.
Yeah, tires matter. Let's go with tires. I mean,
no, your point's really good though. Your point is a shitty shifting.
Yeah, like if it's clicking, my whole ride's ruined.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because I've ridden other.
This is a bad.
Because I like Butcher. I used to like an Eliminator and a Butcher or something like that. That are specialized. Let's go with drivetrain. I would argue now for drivetrain. Your point was very good.
Yeah, because I can change my tires and still enjoy my ride.
That's correct.
I mean, I can throw any tire on there and I'll bitch about it, but shifting is going to really bother me.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a fork versus drivetrain. So mountain bike culture says if you walked into a room of people that are mountain bikies and you started, because this is what people do in the mountain bike world, they start talking about stuff. Do you think that you're going to mention that you have a Kashima coated Fox fork or that you have a GX drivetrain for credibility sense?
I think people are going to talk drive. What I've heard is more drivetrain talk than I've heard fork. Yep.
That's crazy.
That's what I've personally heard. Most people are like, what do you ride? And you're like, oh, it's a blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And then they might say, what's your travel? Yeah. Right. But then they'll skip past it and be like, and I see that stuff. I'm with you. A lot of people. Yeah. I'm going to argue for fork just because to me, I have experience in that category. So this is where I have to deviate from, Max is 2, but I have to deviate from that. To me, when Jody dialed in my fork, shout out to Jody's clinic, and Jody likes Fox. He's a little partial to other brands, but he explained how their stuff works. Once I had that done and I dialed it in, my riding changed. It changed dramatically, especially the way I like to ride. I think it's an ode for not just Fox fork in general. I think it's any fork. Upgrade your fork and you're going to change the way you ride. Yep. Your drivetrain, whether it's Shimano, GX, or whatever. Yep. It is going to be what it is. What's the Sun one? Sun Tour. Sun Tour. On my wife's bike, she has a Box brand drivetrain. It's nice too. It's BMX more stuff, but let's go with Fox fork because it's more recognizable. It's 100%. This is a gold board. We got a Kashima board. We got a Fox fork. We're not saying that Fox forks are superior to other forks or other suspension. We're just saying it's the most recognizable in this list. I would argue you can see a Kashima fork and know exactly what brand that is across the way. So I would argue it is the most recognizable visually. Yeah. So that's a good point. Very good point. All right. So let's go with a mountain bike slang. And you know how painful this is for me because I hate you're gonna have to say slang. Number 5. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I hate it. So let's start with the number 11 seed versus the number 2 seed. And this is the word sick versus the word gnarly. I never say the word gnarly because I feel like that's for surfers. So sick is 100% sweeping through there. Yeah, I agree because sick is cool. Because even if you're saying it sarcastically, you could be like sick whip, bro. Like you can't say gnarly whip, bro. It doesn't read. I say sick and not even thinking about it. Yeah. If I say gnarly, I'm like, God, I'm a poser. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go with gnarly's sick. Best reserved for a beer you can get by Toby. That's right. Gnarly Barley. Oh yeah, that's where his thing is this weekend. Yeah. Jump Jam. Gnarly Barley. All right, so next would be the 9 seed versus the 4 seed, and that is steez versus shred. Steez is a word that children say, so no, I'm going with shred. Yeah, I'm not a steezy person. I don't even know what it means. I don't even care to know what it means. I'm going to go with words that I say. I feel like steez in the mountain bike culture is equivalent to 6-7. I would agree. Okay. It's I'm not a, I hate all these words. Yeah, I know. So Dale likes the English language that he often can't say. That I often make up my own words anyway. Here it is. I've been waiting for this one. All right. Yep. So we got an 8 seed chunk versus a 5 seed. Here it is, folks. Listen close. Session. Oh, he hates that word. I know you're going to fight me on it, but I'm telling you, session is way more important. I guarantee you, more people say, there will be people that say, oh, the chunk, especially not in our area. Correct. But I guarantee you, I've heard the word, you want to session this? And Dale's like, we can ride it again. He will fight. I'm pushing session through in pure spite, pure Jewish spite now. I'll say session simply because chunk gives me PTSD because I was fat. Sloth love chunk. And because I always joke and say, I would rather say, let's Tim McGraw and Nelly this. Yeah. If anybody gets that. Yeah. Instead of session. Yeah. So, what's the other guy that says, it's Khalid? One more time again. I don't know. Yeah. DJ Khalid, I think. Am I cool? Am I steezy? No. Damn. All right. So next we got the number 3 seed Flow versus number 10 seed Dab. I don't care about dabbing. I mean, I'm sure the downhill guys, but flow is part of our conversation. Yeah, flow. As trail builders, I'm going to talk about this corner. They might dab it. No, I'm going to be like, dude, the flow into this corner. Correct. Flow all day. Yeah, I'm flow because I think flow is way more important. Correct. 6 seed Huck versus 7 seed Bonk, and so here's my bonk. Thing. Well, this is the thing, because bonk also means you hit the limit of your rev limiter. Yeah. You bonked on a ride. Oh, you bonked out, yeah. You bonked your tire. There's a bunch of bonking. But here's my other argument for Huck. The Reb was built on Huck to flat. Huck to flat, dude. To me, it's clear as it gets. So, oh my God, this bracket's going to be tough. It's a big mother Hucker to me. Yeah, mother Hucker is, because I don't say bonk. I say Huck. Yeah. I do say Huck. Just making fun of Jake. I think anyone that's come to the Reb or been around us is like, dude, everything you have is Huck to flat. Right. And it's like, that's right. That's what we do. Well, and Chase had once on his bike, it won't Huck itself. Yeah. Funny. Yeah. Also, Huck has now
evolved at the Reb. It's now called natural backsides.
That is correct. That is correct.
So, all right, number 1 is Send It. The number 1 seed is Send It. Number 12 seed is Underbiked. That's easy.
It's Send It. There's not even like that is easily that's like
Duke versus Florida Gulf Coast.
No, that's Duke versus a women's team.
Okay, that's fair. But I have heard people say I'm underbiked a lot, especially people that are in inferior group where their bike is not, they have an inferiority complex.
But I've also seen people ride underbiked that performed equally as well.
Oh yeah, because they're not idiots.
Right.
They know that the bike isn't the thing; it's the rider.
Ooh, this is dude. This is legitimately. These are all words that we use. On the some of these words have entered regular dialogue for me.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I. This is tough. This is brutal.
So sick versus shred.
Oh man, all right. So I'm gonna go this route. If the word is transcended, this is my thinking on this. I will say that shot is sick. That camera is sick. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the IMAX camera we're shooting on this weekend that Dale doesn't get to do.
I know.
ACBC is getting like the greatest free video of all time because I need to test this camera. It's IMAX, folks. So sick because Matt and I both were like, dude, this camera is so sick. I'm going with sick. That's my argument.
Yeah, I'm going to go sick too because I say it a lot.
I don't want to shred a camera because that'll cost me a lot.
Plus, I'm not going to say shred. The only thing I'm shredding is...
That's why Dale won't wear hand up. If you guys are ever wondering, he won't wear it because if it says shred...
It says dumb shit on the hands. That's what it says.
See?
All right. So flow versus session. This is easy for me.
Yeah, look, in terms of riding, I have a tough time because I do not mind the word session. I will go session some stuff. However, flow is another word that enters my regular language, and it means as much. We have talked about creative flow on a trail. I have told you that vinyl is built from the flow of a podcast that it's inspired by. So like the flow of that trail, as you ride it, that word is also connected to a creative flow, workflow, 100% flow.
Yeah, flow to me because session's stupid. If you say it, you're stupid.
Wow, he is just brutal over on this.
You're not stupid. You just need a different word.
At home. Woo. Hope you're playing along at home. You got your own Kashima coated board.
If you have a Kashima coated board, please take a picture and send it to us.
Yeah.
In a self-addressed label.
Oh, man.
All right. Send It versus Huck.
Another problem I have is I inadvertently, because of mountain bike culture, say send it. I'll be like, I will tell Dale, like, we'll talk about lighting stuff and we're like, go ahead and send it. And he knows what that means. Like, now that's our shorthand.
Right.
Because I have said huck
slang.
It. I'm like, huck that shit right out of the way. Like, it does both of those enter. If I go with just volume of saying it, I'm going to have to say, I probably say send it more than I just say huck.
Yeah.
Huck means something more to me personally, but send it's probably.
I don't like the send it stuff. I feel like that's like a tap out shirt at a UFC fight.
Oh my Lanta. That's good. That was a good reference.
But it's got to be it because it is a tap out shirt,
100%.
So send it. All right, flow versus sick. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Damn, that one is brutal. I'm only going for flow for this reason. So in riding, we talk about the flow of a trail. We talk about the flow state when you're riding. Like you get into this state, you don't get into a sick state, you get into a flow state.
It's fair.
Flow state is also what I'm always chasing as a creative is to a set. Like I have to practice. So let's talk about bike stuff. Here's my statement. When you get on your bike, when you get ready to race or you're doing anything, do you not have little things that you do to help mentally get you into a spot?
Yeah.
All right. So technically speaking, it's the same reason why there's certain things on my desk in a certain position because it creates a flow state for me when I sit down. Same way I like all my gear in the exact same bag. It's the same way I always start with we're racing. I start with my feet in a different position because I know I have it, unlock your cock on my right. These are all things that I look at that help me get into a flow state if I'm going to be aggressively pursuing. So I have to go with flow. I think flow's the strongest personally.
Flow is good because of all that. Plus it's a trail type.
Yep.
I think that's good, but sick, like you said earlier, it transcends it. I've been saying sick since I was riding BMX bikes in the 90s.
I'm with you.
So it's got like this. I feel like if you're in a mountain bike slang, if you're trying to be cool in a mountain bike slang area, you're going to say sick before you say flow.
But can you be sick without being in a flow state?
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, because you can do one trick off of something and be like,
yeah,
sick.
but you were in a flow state to get there.
You were, but the person said sick, wasn't it?
Right, but it required flow to get to sick.
Oh, man, I don't know.
I think anything that's in flow requires you to get there. I get it. Sick is a better, stronger word for a general push.
Yeah, I think, oh, man.
But in terms of any way to get a sick result,
yeah,
I believe you have to have been in a state of flow to achieve it.
Right.
I mean, you could wreck and you're not in a state of flow. That was
it's
sick.
Still
dude.
sick.
I get it. But most of the time when people are saying sick in a affirmative way,
correct,
they're saying it because of something you did, which I believe you were in a state of flow to get there.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, I love flow because those are my favorite trails.
Same.
And I probably say flow more than I say sick.
Yeah.
Not at mountain bike areas, but not outside. I say sick more. Let's go with flow. I think your argument is good, and flow transcends our mountain bike culture. It does. I get into a flow state just to do editing on my phone.
I'm telling you, dude. I get it. I don't know how you do it.
All right.
This is tough.
So send it versus flow.
What do you don't say send it on the average day at the mountain bike trail?
1,000.
Send it
At Bentonville mountain bike trails. There's a million dudes saying send it.
God. Yeah, but anytime someone's like, you will go, yeah, go ahead. If we're screaming down, like riding in for a shot, but everybody else is like, send it.
You know, one word I didn't put on here, I probably should have, is dropping, because to say that a lot.
Oh, yeah, dropping would have been.
You got to go send it here to me. I mean, for mountain bike culture's sake.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. It wins.
It sucks, but.
No, it's right, though.
It is right. I mean, most people in any world are going to know what send it means.
Well, I mean,
like
you could say in soccer. I first learned it in soccer, and it would always be like, because I was a halfback, and the forwards would be like, send it, and I would send it.
Well, in very good March Madness fashion in the 80s, send it through, Jerome.
Yeah,
was a big basketball thing.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
We'll let it go, and if you say that, get a new word. So
here it is. This is what you've been waiting for. This is the MTB brands bracket. This is probably the most argued bunch of shit on the internet, especially on Reddit.
And
this right here.
It is. And everybody's going to have their opinion because not everyone has experienced all these brands.
That is true. I've experienced quite a few. I see Gorilla Gravity's not.
So let's start down here with the 2 versus 11 seed. And that would be Trek versus Norco.
Oh, bugger. I demoed a Norco. Oh, that's tough.
We've known what Trek was since we were babies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Trek simply because
brand identity.
I think they also innovate more than anybody else.
Yeah, I think they haven't kept it sexy. They've just done what's right.
Yeah,
let's do.
Look, I have that in my bathroom.
You just owned
There's a Trek book. There's a Trek book, and it tells the history of them.
Yeah,
and they have like their phone number is one off of a plumbing service or something. And people call them because they get the number wrong, and Trek will answer the phone and be like, oh, no, you need the plumbing service. Here's their phone. And we'll literally try and connect them over to, like, I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't think Norco has the money to do that.
And the reason we don't know if Norco does or not, because they're not branded correctly.
Correct.
So the next is a 4 seed versus a 9 seed. This is a Giant versus Ibis.
So I am biased, and I will tell you, I've ridden Giant, and I think there's nothing wrong with Giant bikes. I think they're fantastic. However, I'm going to go with innovation again, and I'm going to argue that DW link that Ibis licensed, because it's on some of these other bikes too, but that DW link that Ibis licensed is unbelievable. I hate their new branding. I will never be a fan.
Yeah,
but I do believe in that. I love that. That is, out of all the 7 different bike types I've owned, because I own a Giant currently. Out of the 7 different bike types I own, my favorite bike I've ever ridden on is my Ibis.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ibis here too, just simply because Giant is it's almost like a box store brand at this point. I mean, and that's on them for doing it. I mean, they sold out. And we're talking about mountain bike culture here. If you're trying to be a culture bro and say the word send it, you better have not a giant.
Or maybe you would because you're more flowy on your Ibis.
Sick. All right, so number
easy.
8, Rocky Mountain versus 5 Yeti.
Yeah, Yeti's going to crush him. Yeti smashes Rocky Mountain.
Yeti is the gold standard for a lot of people. That's their holy grail of bikes.
I mean, every dentist in America rides a Yeti and then drinks out of a Yeti.
Well, and you know, a lot of the thing here is wherever this is regionally, because we don't have Rocky Mountain dealers around us, so we don't see their bikes very often.
That's true.
But other places, the Rocky Mountain bikes are very popular. It's the same with all these. Like we have a Trek shop, we have a Giant shop, we have a Specialized shop.
Yep.
So you see these brands very regularly. Other places have different brands that are popular because of what the shop carries. So
that's true.
But Yeti is a standard across the board.
I think Yeti's a fair one.
So this is a tough one. Number 3, Santa Cruz versus number 10, Transition.
So Santa Cruz, again, not a dealership in the area that I'm aware of.
Pro Cycle.
Yeah, but they're
don't
not
stock
exactly pushing it.
Yeah.
I've ridden more Transitions, obviously with Toby and his dynamic with them. I've ridden Transition e-bikes. I've ridden the live valve version. I've ridden across the board. They also have a variation of the DW Link. So I am a big fan of their stuff. I personally am more inclined to a Transition versus a Santa Cruz. I know that Duck at one point was a big Santa Cruz guy. I don't know what he's on now, but he was a Santa Cruz. Is he on Ibis?
Pretty sure.
Oh, welcome to the cool kids club there, Ducky. I'm going to argue for Transition. I don't know enough about Santa Cruz's product to make a fair statement.
The thing about it is Santa Cruz has been in the game for a really long time, and they've been building bikes.
They have a downhill team that's obviously...
Yeah, the syndicate. And their bikes have been so good for so long that when I first got into cycling, I already knew, or mountain biking, I already knew Santa Cruz was a brand that's like elite.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to learn about Transition.
Or maybe it's Pivot that has the DW variation. I can't remember. Maybe I messed that up.
Well, Santa Cruz
doesn't matter. I enjoy riding a Transition a lot.
And skateboarding, Santa Cruz has been in the game. Santa Cruz has been in a lot of
I'll
games.
Give you if you want to give the argument for brand rec, I'll give it to you all day.
Brand recognition.
I'll give it to you.
Just based on when I got a bike, you know, you look at
Santa Cruz. When I skated, I knew Santa Cruz from that.
And Santa Cruz has one of the best hardtail bikes that there is. So
we'll go with it.
Let's go Santa Cruz here.
Sure. I'm not gonna argue too far.
But don't get me wrong. I've ridden the same Transitions that you have, and I would have to say that we're cutting hairs here. I trailed off. All right.
Ooh.
Number 7, Pivot versus number 6, Cannondale.
Oh God, that's good, dude.
It's
good
easy.
For you.
This is an easy one for me.
Well, I mean, I'm going to argue for Cannondale because of the innovation.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You can't take away their history.
No, they've been the most risky brand that there is. They've
been US based, like 100%. Like
Cannondale for me. It's easy.
There you go, Nixon. We didn't choose it because of you either.
No, it's their innovation has just been second to none, and they've done so much for the mountain bike world, and they've created a whole entire fork system.
100%.
So number 12, Common Cell versus number 1, Specialized.
So that's a weird one for you because you'd have to get real honest about it. I obviously have not ridden any Common Cell because your bike is like me riding a way big chopper.
Yeah.
I like some of the innovation from I like the dedication. Let me rephrase that. I like the dedication that Common Cell has shown from the downhill team all the way down. Like that guy there, Max has just really put in all the effort in the world. And I think it's awesome. And I do appreciate that very much about them. And they have incredible riders on their roster. However, Specialized has, and Common Cell's made major innovations, but Specialized, dude, they're changing the game every single year. Like they flip the script all the time. I mean, if we're doing brand recognition, I have to say Specialized on that side.
Yeah.
I would really like what's their all travel or all mountain bike they came out with? The lower travel.
Specialized?
No. Common Cell.
The Tempo.
If I've ridden the Tempo, I might just like I did with I might have a different argument, but I haven't. So I have ridden plenty of Specialized.
Considering my whole entire mountain bike life has been spent on one of these two brands.
Yeah.
It is actually not hard for me to make this decision. And this is because anytime somebody asks me, like, I want to get an e-bike, what should I get? I want to do this, what should I get? I want to do this, what should I get?
If I'm going to get one bike, what do I get?
Always tell them Specialized.
Yeah.
Because they've been in the game longer. Their R&D department is way bigger than anybody else's.
Yeah.
Their e-bikes are unmatched.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, like the way they look, they've been in the e-bike game forever. So to me, Specialized wins. They're not going to do sexy stuff like Common Cell. They're not putting out a punk rock video.
Right.
They're putting out good bikes is all they're doing.
Right. And they have a hell of a riding team.
And that's not saying that Common Cell doesn't deserve to be on this list, but because they definitely do. And I didn't put them on there. ChatGTP did.
It's interesting that I feel bad for poor old Scott, that Scott Bikes doesn't get.
Yeah.
You know, on the XC side, they dominate.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
That's good. I think
this is ChatGTP recommended these seeded 1 through 12 based on brand recognition, ads, sales, everything. So
that's
it
good.
compiled all of it.
That's really good.
I thought it was pretty cool. I wouldn't have remembered some of these brands. All right, so let's start down here with Trek versus Ibis. This is like a grandpa that's just been doing it a long time versus a kid that's like, no, I can do what you do, but better.
Here's my statement. I owned two bikes. I owned a Trek e-bike, the super light one, and then I owned the Ripley. I still own the Ripley.
That's right.
I sold that e-bike very quickly, not because it is still one of the best. That when they changed the format of the whatever model, I'm blanking on the model name of that one, but the fuel. When they changed the model format of the fuel when it came out on the E version, and then now even Chris rides an analog version.
The EXE.
EXE is EX is the brand. Yeah. The Fuel EX. I love that bike. I think it rides incredibly well. It does not climb. It is not as good of an all mountain for my riding style. It's going to be very hard to convince me otherwise, because that Ibis literally fits. It is so dialed into my style. And I still feel like the climbing overall riding experience was better on the Ibis because of the ups and downs. If I was just doing downhill, I'd make an argument for Trek.
Well, here's the thing. So this is going to happen because of Trek's own fault. Yeah. So Trek has done some really cool stuff recently. I love Chris's bike, the way it looks.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
The bike is beautiful.
It rides so downhill. It rides so well.
They're nice bikes.
It floats.
Those EX bikes are great bikes, but you don't hear anybody that's like, I'm going to upgrade my bike and I'm going to go from an Ibis to a Trek.
Nope.
It's usually the other way around.
Yep.
Because they know that Ibis is a very specific bike for a riding style. Usually,
agreed.
I mean, they do better. I think that this is in Trek's detriment because maybe they need more punk rock videos. You know, like they're not Specialized.
Right.
They are similar.
They have a much more interesting history than Specialized, though.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying
if this bracket were, if this played out different and you ended up, breaking rules and Specialized and Trek were up against each other, it's a different argument. Yeah. In this case, the innovation still, Ibis could screw up royally.
Yeah.
Right. They rebranded. That's a risk anytime you go into that, but the quality of their product has remained the same. Yeah. The fact that they looked at their audience and said, okay, so, and then Trek followed suit where, the AF frames came out. It's an affordable bike. It's less than $2,000 and it lets you ride pretty much anything you want to do. Whether it's a Ripmo or a Ripley, depending on your riding style.
Yeah.
EXs aren't that cheap. So I mean, even just in that category, I'd go with Ibis.
Yeah, I do think, it is a weird, like, hey, this is BMW, this is Mercedes. Yeah. Like this is like a very nice boutique bike. Yeah. I'm going with Ibis here just because I think this is Trek's fault.
Yeah,
it's not their bike's fault; it's their branding's fault. This is a culture flow chart.
Yep.
So, Ibis it is. Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeti versus Santa Cruz. These are both bikes that people dream of. They put these bikes on their wall like posters. I want a Yeti someday, or I want that Santa Cruz someday.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I've ridden a Yeti, not ridden a Santa Cruz.
I've ridden both.
I didn't Pat buy it Santa Cruz.
He's got Duck's old one.
He's got Duck's old. I've not ridden it. I should ask him to ride it. I think though that at the end of the day, if you ask me like, hey Drew, I'm going to give you a bike from either Santa Cruz or Yeti, based on my style of riding, I'm more inclined because I know more about Yeti bikes than I would about Santa Cruz's.
Yeah, they do. Santa Cruz does have a bike that you would ride and you would love.
Yeah.
Yet, based on the Fox recognition, brand recognition, Yeti wins to me.
You see it across.
Yeah,
that blue, there's no
way. You know what it is.
You know exactly what it is.
You know that it costs money.
Right.
You know that.
And if you're somebody that wants to flex,
yes,
then that's what it comes down to.
The Yeti is it. And they're good bikes.
And they're the only drawback to both those brands that's a hit to me is they're way overpriced.
They're very expensive. Yes, they love those bikes. So this is like an old dog's like, you know, this is a tough one. This is a 1-seed Specialized versus a 6-seed Cannondale in the second round.
The history of Cannondale for me and my understanding, and again, some of that is biased because of my time talking to Nixon.
Yeah.
But even in my own journey of riding, my first mountain bike was Specialized, Rockhopper, black.
Most everyone's.
Right?
Yeah.
But when I go back and really pay attention and look at the history of stuff, none of this happens without Cannondale. It just doesn't. It doesn't develop the way it does in the U.S. without Cannondale.
Cannondale makes Specialized better.
Yep.
Because they innovate and then Specialized, wait, we can do that but better.
Yep.
And they've done it better. And this is the thing I'll say, because I'm
not going to tell someone to buy a Cannondale.
No, that's the weird thing. Because this is what I was going to say is I've owned a Specialized. I might not ever own another one, but I'll never say don't go buy one. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Because they're going to do exactly what you want them to do.
Yeah.
I think that I don't think that Cannondale's not going to do that. I think they're definitely going to do that. But the brand recognition is not there as much.
But arguably, maybe it takes Cannondale having different leadership to come through and be like, just shift it.
But as a back to the whole thing, if this is a culture thing, everybody knows what Specialized is. They all started on a Specialized, most people, because that's, you know, you walk into a bike shop, you want the best entry level bike you can get. But those bikes, I don't think Specialized exists without Cannondale.
I think you have to give it to history, and I think you have to go with Cannondale because of where they came from.
And they've maintained, they've stayed around, they've done it. You know, Specialized is.
Look, I wish we had a Cannondale dealer, and maybe there's and Nixon probably knows the exact bike I would want, but like I don't have access to it. Right.
And I'm not saying that Cannondale's not a comparable bike, because it is, but Specialized marketing and branding and having Specialized bike shops on every corner of every city helps them.
I guess the biggest difference is I don't like the corporate stores.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And that's not a zing.
Same.
Phil does not feel like a corporate. In fairness to Eastern Shore Cycle, they do not feel like a corporate store. But I have been to Trek stores. I bought my bike through. And shout out Robert, was great. Did help me up in Chattanooga. Great guy. I love him. The people are always different. I just don't like corporate stores. It just doesn't feel like I'm getting something. Whereas in Chattanooga, if I were looking for an Ibis, a Yeti, I don't know if there's Cannondale up there, but I know for Ibis, Yeti, Santa Cruz, then you end up at Suck Creek. And the first thing they did is I walked through the door and a beer was put in my hand. Like it's that's the culture that I'm after. That's the
here's my thing with the Cannondale Specialized thing. Cannondale's already won out, but in a mountain bike culture thing, if you show up and you're on a Cannondale, then you know your shit. And I already respect you because you've done your research. If you show up on a Specialized, you got sold a brand.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
No. It's a very good point.
Not that it matters, because you're gonna say send it in 5 minutes. I'm gonna be like, all right, you're a dipshit, go get Specialized.
And then they tell you that they rode all of
Moab on a Cannondale,
lefty, and you're like, no way. And okay, then you get a little respect back.
All right, so we got number 9 seed Ibis versus a number 5 seed Yeti. This is a tough one.
Yeah, but I'm going to make my argument this.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand very firmly on it.
I think these are your DW links, by the way.
$2,000 for my bike that I have put so many miles on that I can do small little upgrades to and shift it around. I can't even buy a used Yeti for that price. I bought a brand new bicycle for $2,000. Now I have an AF because I don't lose weight. That's my statement about if you're worried about carbon versus not. The fact is that I can do that. I don't give a shit about brand recognition. I'm not that guy at the end of the day. I understand we're representing something bigger, but my argument is not my own bias. It is truly the fact that at the end of the day, if you were like, of these 3 or these 2 bikes, someone's saying like, I ride a lot of different types of stuff. And then the next question is, what's your budget? And they like $3,000. You're like, well, you can't get a Yeti.
Right.
You're out.
Yeah.
You have no options. You can buy an AF frame, Ibis, Ripley, or Ripmo.
Mm-hmm.
You can then upgrade all your tires. You can change it all out, kit it the exact way you want, so you can be steezy.
Yeah, you can get all this stuff,
and you can take it to all
On
those
an
trails, and you have money left over to go to Moab.
I think, and I'll agree with you. I think Ibis wins here simply because of that, because it offers the rideability. But I will defend Yeti and their ability to maintain a business and maintain a
Yeti's Apple. That's who they are.
I was going to say, to maintain it without dropping a price range to let entry level people
100%.
in.
They are
They've
100%
kept their
Apple.
culture. They've kept their identity exclusive.
And I do very much
elite.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do very much. But if you are...
Yeah, but for a culture's sake, all encompassing, Ibis probably wins over that.
You get like now Apple's way more integrated, but back in the day, it used to be like Apple's for graphic designers. It really wasn't. It just was like that's
graphic
what got
designers
sold.
used it, and then
that's what got sold.
Yeah. So let's go Ibis here. So we got in the championship of mountain bike brands, we've got a number 6 seed Cannondale versus number 9 seed Ibis. I did not see this coming, but
it's pretty weird.
I'm going to go.
It's the weirdest conversation.
To mine, though, in a mountain bike culture scene and all encompassing, you wouldn't have a good Fox Fork without Cannondale.
Agreed.
You wouldn't have a good Moab Trail without Cannondale. You wouldn't have any of those. Cannondale's been they're the leader. They're the leading.
I agree.
They took risks. They failed a lot of times. The Lefty Fork is a fail. Nixon figured out, but they've taken risks. And I feel like to be in the Final Four of a cultural thing, you have to take risks. Not to say that Ibis hasn't, because that stupid ass bird is a risk.
Yeah, it's a risk.
But Cannondale's innovation to all these other brands.
But my argument now is what I said before with Specialized too.
Yeah.
When they were fighting is right now in the modern culture, if you plopped Ibis in that bracket, you can take an Ibis with a Fox Fork because I own it. I can send it on Moab.
Yeah.
And that's more common and much more, what I would argue is more frequently going to occur than that of Cannondale. Although I'm much more partial to Cannondale's history. I feel like I'm one of those people that the history of something. So the only argument I can make that's really the only foot I have to stand on, because I think pricing wise, they're very comparable. So that's out, is just the idea that Ibis is culturally relevant now.
Mm-hmm.
Cannondale was. But again, I look, I'm a history guy. I don't want to forget the past. I'd argue for Cannondale. Let's go.
I think
Cannondale.
Cannondale to me too, just because like you can roll up to a trailhead and a new person on a Specialized hard rock or a Trek, whatever.
Your point's really good.
They're going to know who Cannondale is.
No, well, no, they wouldn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think.
Because they've been around for so long.
No. But a new rider,
no way.
No way.
They're going to know what Ibis is, though?
I think they're more, if they've done 10 minutes of research, how many people research-wise are going to see that? But to your point, here's my bigger, to refer your statement back, I would argue if someone, you said this earlier, if someone rolls up on a Cannondale, right, and everybody else has got Specialized and all this other stuff, you're going to be like, dude, you're riding a Cannondale?
Yeah.
And you're going to think of one of two things. One, is this a pour? Am I riding with a pour?
Yeah.
Right? Like that dude that has the vintage one that's mint. Like, shout out to that dude.
Yeah.
Or this person can probably ride, which is the Nixon sniper maneuver.
Yeah.
Right? He just shows up and talks.
But I think it is the regional thing. Like if we lived in Tallahassee, Nixon has all these brand new Cannondales. He could probably sell us on, get it on one and love it.
Oh, sure. Without a problem.
But I don't know. I just think
I would go with Cannondale.
I'm going with Cannondale just because their history. I mean, the history of Cannondale is awesome.
Hold on. Matt. Which bike brand have you heard of? Cannondale or Ibis? Matt's old.
Yeah, he's old.
Cannondale it is.
Cannondale it is. We had the tiebreaker, which we weren't even tied.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just was curious. There you go.
Yeah, so he said he's heard of Ibis, but because Drew's ridden it.
Matt's a newer mountain biker, but he's been a cyclist.
All right, so we're down to the final four, and this doesn't make much sense because
it's beautiful. I love it.
Versus slang and trails versus the bike, And this is going to be the championship of all championships. And this is going to be the thing that you can take away from you. Go to your trailhead this weekend and say one of these 4 words. And
true.
You're going to be cool.
It's true.
Where I'm going this weekend, if I say one of these 4 words, I'm going to get smacked.
Yeah. So how do we do this bracket?
So Cannondale versus Moab, we'll have a winner. Fox Fork versus Send It, we'll have a winner.
Okay.
And then those two play each other.
So
then,
in the West, you have Fox Fork versus Send It. And in the East, you have, which is weird, you have Moab versus Cannondale.
Correct. And Moab was a 4 seed. Cannondale was a 6 seed.
6 seed. Send It was a number 1 seed.
Yeah, we got 1 seed.
And Fox was a 7 seed.
Okay, cool. So we did get 1 seed. There we go.
Okay, where are we starting?
Whew. Let's start with the Fork and Send It.
Unfortunately, Send It transcends brand and transcends a piece of gear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to say Send It, like, it wins, and it wins big because it's you can't even get close to it.
Because somebody on a specialized hard rock without a Fox Fork is going to say Send It.
That's exactly right. Yep.
And that's going to be their final words because they're going to die.
Oh God, I don't know about all of that, but it could happen.
And then it'll be Sent It.
Sent It, yeah. Oh, that's even funnier.
All right.
Why don't we have those shirts?
Oh, yeah.
Just like somebody just going OTB and it just says Sent It.
Oh, yeah. Or we just have a shirt that has a specific, like a pocket that's ripped.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah,
we get the shirts in and we rip them ourselves.
Or
just
a custom
has
rip shirt. Pocket with a nose on it and it says SCENT. It. Too much. This is too deep.
That was so
damn. All right, Moab versus Cannondale. This is a Titan.
Yeah, legends.
Titan matchup.
Look, I have fantasized about the whole enchilada since I started going back to riding and knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, I haven't been riding back as long. And in the history of Cannondale, again, you made an argument. None of this exists without them in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I do agree with that. But I feel like Moab, and specifically for me, a whole enchilada, and there's other trails out there. I'm not dismissing those. I'm sure those probably start to feel generic. That Moab experience is something that, like, I have to do that. I don't have to ride a Cannondale. I have to respect Cannondale. I don't have to ride a Cannondale. I have to ride Moab. I physically have to do that before I expire in this world.
Yeah, I think
even if you have to just take my ashes and drizzle them out 8 miles down, 8 hours down, I don't give a shit.
I'm just gonna have a bag and they're gonna be open and it's gonna be going down and I'm gonna be like, he sent it, like the dude from Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Or it's gonna be like you knuckle turds go out there and it's gonna be like Donnie from Big Lebowski, and it just all blows back on you. That'd be perfect.
Oh, that would
I have to argue for Moab firmly, though. I think Cannondale deserves to be here.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, and I think that here's the thing. If we're looking at all of these, Moab is a like top of the tier like destination. It's a bucket list thing.
Yep.
It is a gold standard thing.
It's been labeled before as the number 1 trail in the world,
right?
And knowingly in the U.S.
It is a I have to do that. All of these other trails, we could do those.
Yeah,
Moab feels like it's a reach.
Yeah,
but not that we can't.
Well,
do
P and
it.
Dubs is a reach for us because we're poor. We're the poors.
Yeah, we're the poors. But I think that all these things, like I could go buy a Cannondale today.
Yeah,
I'll
Nixon
be divorced.
will give you a discount.
I can say Send It today.
Yeah.
I can have a Fox Fork, but
Yeah.
Moab is just one of those things. It's like it transcends all of it.
Yeah,
it's what is it? Like a religious destination, a Mecca. It's a Mecca.
It is a Mecca. Yeah.
I just language of origin, please.
Yeah. Oh God, this is brutal.
So we have 2 things.
Oh, this is weird.
That in a mountain bike
this
trailhead,
is the weirdest.
It is weird because this is going to decide who the Reb Radness 2026 champion is.
Oh,
we have a 1 seed versus a 4 seed, which was probably incorrectly labeled a 4 seed at the beginning. They got a bad draw.
They got a bad draw for sure.
No, they didn't. Not. They got Windrock in the Reb. They got an easy draw.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. The thing is, Send It is something everyone can do.
Mm-hmm.
And Moab isn't.
Yeah.
It's exclusive.
Yeah.
It's elite.
Yeah.
It's a I mean, it's just a word, but
the problem I have, the struggle I have is like at the end of the day, culturally, if our framing this is to say we're at a trailhead, no one's talking about Moab.
No, they're not.
Maybe not the first time of it, right? You go to a group ride, you can say send it. But if you go to a group ride and like, guys, I'm riding Moab in 2 years, people are like, who's this weirdo on a Cannondale?
Some dude over there putting his spandex on. Send it, brother. Send it.
I hate that it's that.
But hate it too.
It is true. Moab is not printed on any gloves of the palm of gloves. No. It doesn't say Moab on the gloves. It says send it on the gloves.
Yeah, there's not a bike company called Moab.
Every person in the world at some point has said send it.
I bought my son a common cell bike, 26-inch kids bike.
Yeah.
The tires said send it on it.
No way.
Yes.
Okay, so it's culturally there. I think you have to give it to it. Like I think send it is the most.
When I made this bracket, I hoped that all the mountain bike slang words would just get beat on their own. I hate it. I don't say send it. I'm not a send it person.
But it is there.
It is there. It's very relevant. It's very prevalent in our culture.
Yeah.
It's very everywhere. I mean, you see videos every day that say it.
Yeah.
It sucks because I would rather have Cannondale beat send it. Like I would.
Oh, yeah.
But send it's got to be it.
Send it is the champ.
It sucks.
Well, I mean, it is. If we're talking about cultural relevance, I don't know how long it's been said too. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't.
Like it just exists, right? So does sick, but it just seems like it exists. Send it is just existed because, like I said,
I feel
in
like
high school,
there was like a viral video of some dude that was saying send it, and he was just jumping and doing dumb stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, we said it in, like I said, we said it in soccer. They would be like, send it. Like it was a sports term. It wasn't just that. And then it was like, I remember snow skiing when I was growing up, and the ski instructors were like, send it, bro. They'd be in the chair watching me eat shit.
It is a crazy bracket. That's not how I was going to expect
I did not expect it. I thought it's fascinating at the end of it. You should probably take a picture for the final so I can do the first and after.
Yeah, I will. I'll put it on better light somehow.
But
if you're still here with us,
and
you waited to the end. This is fun. This has been a blast.
No, it's super fun.
Trying to figure it all out, and
I like the arguments.
And we'd love to hear other arguments. How dumb are we? Let us know.
Yeah, sure. Throw it in the comments.
I would love to hear your argument. Which one do you want to argue about?
I think it's good. I think it's fascinating that things are there's upsets that occurred. I mean, Jared's gets almost all the way, loses to Moab. Come on. Beats P and Dubs, basically. The Reb beats Pisgah, which that's just our own arrogance.
Yeah. Cannondale beats Specialized.
Cannondale, but again, that one actually with argument makes the most sense because you can't put ego in the way on that. Send it is just brutal.
I think there's
no way around it.
I think we conversely agreed on everything.
Yep.
The only one I don't fully agree is Sick and Flow. That was a questionable one.
I'm with you on it.
Because it could go either way.
And if it had flipped and Sick had made it through, Sick could have beat Send It, but then I would argue that
this is how the tournament works, though.
I know.
It's always like that.
It's brilliant. It's good. So we have to do it again in 2027.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got to bring it back with Send It's got to be the #1 seed. Maybe we just make a giant bracket.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it back out. If you have any thoughts on this, again, feel free to post it. This has been one of our longer podcasts for you. It's True Bracket. I love it. It's a great idea. It's super fun. When you get to the trailhead, make sure you tell Dale to send it to Moab on his Cannondale
and
with his Fox Fork.
Session your ass right off a cliff.
Session you off a cliff.
And you'll huck it.
I'll huck you off a cliff.
Hey, but until next time, remember what Drew Hall says.
Damn it, Dale.
I got you because I did that.
That was good.